back with the final contest of this, the first round, week 2 of the Unsquashable Premier League. It is TEMWA CHILESHE up against Jack Condor on the first rally. A bit of a question there. And joining me now, Joel Ascott. And Joel, you won your match in a fairly simple fashion, but last week it was a tough one. I lost there to TEMWA in the final. This week, out for revenge?
Yeah, it's a good way to put it, out for revenge. But yeah, tough loss last week. And looking to regroup, get back into the right frame of mind, and enjoy some more matches.
But it must have been good to get back on the court and actually play competitive matches, right?
Yeah, it was good. Everyone was pretty competitive. Speak for myself, but yeah, it was good fun. Nice to compete. Yeah, a lot of engagement from people and positive feedback, so it was good.
And already in this particular match, very long rally. Ooh, it looks as though he put it away, but a good reach there by Condor to keep himself in it again.
Tim's quite happy to just chip the ball around at the moment, isn't he?
He is. I'm quite surprised this rally.
Putting a bit of work into Jack, by the looks of things. Just holding his position well around the middle, Timwa.
And don't forget, anybody watching and listening, please let us know where you are. If squash is able to be played where you are. We know we've had people from Canada, Australia and South Africa. Now this will be the thing, we've called Jack Condor the pinball for bouncing off the walls with all of his energy. Let's see how he goes. The team just works him in there and just takes his time with him.
So 2 Bose winners already.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit of a sign to show that the ball, it's a little bit colder on court, so the ball's dying off a lot more.
And it is again quite cool.
Shots.
And of course the evening here in New Zealand. Tomorrow and Sunday's afternoon play from 3 until around about 6 p.m. So a little bit warmer there for the early matches.
Not a whole lot of balls getting past the service box.
No, it's not. And certainly so far today we have had 3 matches that were relatively straightforward. Your one, which against the 15-year-old Mason Smith, who he could hold the ball pretty well, but just perhaps getting up there for the first time was maybe a little bit tough on him.
I mean, he's got good hands, a good young guy, you know. Just, I think, struggles with that pace, and of course playing someone older and stronger than you, it's not, I know how it feels, I've been there, I've done that. But yeah.
Do you remember getting chopped by someone older than you when you were about 15?
I mean, I remember playing one national specifically where I just got absolutely chopped by a guy, you know. It was my first year in that age group, and he was the number 2 or 1 seed or whatever. And just, wasn't pretty, not a nice experience.
Yeah. I mean, the key thing is if you can go out and learn from it and play tomorrow.
I mean, they're not pleasant, but they're the matches where you learn the most. So.
And also the winner Leo Fatialofa against Glenn Tippleton went to 4. And that one was still relatively quick. And then Elijah Thomas played a fantastic match against Michael Schalkenagar to win in straight. And now back to this particular match. One more point there for Jack Condor, but it's been a bit of a struggle because it seems to be that the winners, or the people dominating these matches, have really dominated and haven't given away anything. Like Elijah gave away nothing. And so far Tim is playing just ruthless efficiency, except for that shot. Bit of a false step there. You don't really see that.
Yeah, it was on his
Temwa too
toes,
often.
way he goes, as they say in cricket. Almost like a Yorker.
Yeah. Right into that corner. And
Tidy bounce on that one. And again, and again.
Was that a problem with your match as well, when the ball did get
Yeah,
past
there was a couple actually. Yeah, there was a couple. But it does that at this court. It's got the grippy sidewalls. Anyone who's played on this court knows what I'm talking about. It just sort of grips that wall if you get the front wall first and your line right. But in saying that, it also hitting these back corners, you can get that join quite often, and it can jump out or it can run away from you. Very frustrating if it's a crucial point, etc. But yeah, it does do that.
Nice. And so the second game now underway. First, fairly easily to TEMWA Chileshe. Joel, I did ask TEMWA this question. Do you ever get sick of squash? When I say sick, do you ever just think, hey, I just had a week off?
Never a week, no. I think the longest time I've had off in the past 3 years would be at the longest 4 days.
Well,
Living here, do you get sick of squash? Yes. But at the same time, what goes up must come down. And so we do expect it. We're not silly.
yeah.
But no, the love still grows, really, the more time you spend here.
And what about over Christmas? Tim was saying that over Christmas he enjoys just having a little bit of time off.
Yeah, I mean, each to their own. Tim was a man who loves a movie, a snack, and a nice big sofa. So, me, not so much, you know. I'm really into my cycling, as a lot of people know, and yeah, I find other things that tickle my interest, CrossFit, things like that. But yeah, not massively one for physical resting. But yeah, time off squash, especially over Christmas, spend time with the family, but I can't not do something. It's just in my personality. And I think different professionals handle it differently. So straight into a few court sprints here for Jack. He's putting a lot on Timwa's racket at the moment. Not necessarily super tight squash, but Timwa just finding those corners better right now.
He's doing a lot of work still, Jack Conder. Yeah, he had to work very hard to actually get that point.
It's a lot of effort just to get 1 point.
Exactly. So great to have Joel Arscott with me. Joel winning the first round earlier tonight and reaching the final of the tournament last week. All right, gets the let there, Jack Conder. You think that was a good call?
Yeah, it's one of those ones, isn't it? Kind of hard to tell from when you're actually behind the court, because you can't actually see how far the ball is away. So they can often look worse than what they actually are. Well, frustrating as a player.
Well, that's where it can be difficult if you're playing a PSA Challenger or something.
Yeah.
Or a tournament where there is no replay.
Yeah, and a good... You can hear the scream almost from Jack there in pain. But no, one thing I love about Squash TV now is they have that sky view camera, they call it. You can see above the court, and it's great for those when the players review their calls, and it's often the camera that always shows the real situation.
Yeah. Yeah, nice to have that extra. It can, with a crowd, add that extra bit of interest. People are really like, ooh, yes, no. So a lot closer in this, the second game. And Jack Condor just forcing his way back into it. A couple little errors from TEMWA, but nothing too dramatic just yet.
So you can just see it's only been, what, 13 minutes so far?
Yeah, 12 minutes, yes.
12 minutes. And you're already, halfway through the second game. This court pretty, had quite a real number of PSAs here, and up to the 15k level, and even then with those, I think a couple of top 50 players, etc. Even then, the match times don't really get past. What a shot! What a shot!
How do you plan that?
Very big smile from both of them there, just looking at each other.
Well, it's hard to react to it. It's probably hard to hit it.
Yeah. Not fun to play against someone who's doing a lot of those. But no, when the matches on this court in winter, I mean, yeah, even during those 15Ks and 10Ks that we've had here before, the match times really go past an hour, and you're talking top 100, top 50 squash.
Yeah.
It's just the way it plays.
I mean, you have to adjust to that. I've been in here in the warmer months, and it can be a stinker in here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's either a sauna or a fridge, I like to say.
Exactly.
One of the two.
Well, you live here.
Yeah.
Oh, Jack, come on, don't let yourself down with a silly shot like that.
So he got himself into a lead, and he's just let himself slip within a matter of, a minute? Tough call.
I thought there was a little bit of hope in the let call there. Pick up. Did the referee just say not up and they played on?
I'm unsure, yeah. I definitely heard an out call.
I'm not sure what to say to that one.
Yeah, I mean the referee called it out, and then both of them just played on, and then that was that.
I don't know what the official rule is, but you played on.
Yeah, very strange.
I'm sure there's officialdom when it comes to that sort of thing, but they obviously didn't care or didn't hear and carried on playing.
I think it was the fact she called it right when the ball must have hit the front wall or something, so they didn't quite hear it, and they sort of played through it.
I'm sure if there's anybody watching who has a thought, please let us know. The players didn't seem to care that much in the end.
Yeah. 9-8 now, though, so possibly working in Jack's favour.
It really is a strange second game. Jack's been a bit more consistent, and Tim hasn't really hit the winners. A couple of errors, but nothing too dramatic.
I wouldn't say unforced errors from Timwa, but almost maybe Jack just make him play one or two more shots a rally, and it's kind of paid off, and just that mounting pressure.
So it's the consistency of Jack from improving from the first game to the second, which has really helped.
He's got an opportunity here.
Oh. Wow. That was a strange way to finish.
So, an odd business end of that game. Very strange.
Yeah. And into the third game of this, the final match of the first round of Week 2, Unsquashable Premier League. There has been a question about how many spectators were allowed. Well, there's actually not meant to be any spectators per se at the present time, as New Zealand is still in Level 2. Level 1 could be coming in the next week.
Yeah. Did I read somewhere that they are reviewing the number of spectators or number of people at gatherings?
Yeah, so gatherings can also mean social functions through to sporting events. For events such as Super Rugby, no crowds at the present time, and for some other sports as well. For an event such as squash, such as we have here, the Premier League, you're allowed gatherings as 10. However, with the size of the building here, you can probably have 2 groups of 10. As we watch another interesting rally. Oh, not picked up there by Jack.
A nice counter there from TEMWA.
So, on the 25th of this month, which is Monday, or thereabouts, there'll be another decision from the government as to groups and gatherings. And nice shot.
Still seeing a lot of counter work from the boys at the front. Seems to be a bit of a trend in this match. Someone takes the ball short. There's these few counters and a few large movements.
So if you're a player who plays predominantly from the back,
Yeah.
you're going to have to really change your mindset and change your game on a court like this, on a night like this, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, not massively. I think it's more of just the logistics of still playing the same way. You know, I like to hit length and play straight. So I have to, if the court's deader, the ball's colder, I aim higher. You know, it's just squash is like chess in that way, isn't it? You know, things get thrown at you and you have to adjust and find a way to the same destination. So,
and you could see the ball there dropping significantly as Tim went to bring a backhand around. Just seemed to really faint.
yeah, definitely getting a little bit lower to dig out of those back corners.
Oh.
So this is the trend, isn't it? It's someone hits a length. It's at the front.
I think you're hopeful, Jack. Clever shot making by TEMWA. So we've been talking about the cold conditions. Ooh. But Joel, you ever played in some courts which are just stinking hot?
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure if this complex got actually got bowled over recently. It might have been. I'm not sure, but nonetheless, it's in Gold Coast, Southport Squash Centre.
Oh yeah.
Did a lot of training there when I lived in Brisbane 18 months ago, and it was in between time when the Commonwealth Games was being staged there, and they were building all this new stuff, and before the National Squash Centre was built, and we were there for like I think 6 months, 3 days a week, and it's this kind of old club, all hard back courts. You know, there's a downstairs. There was one fan. You know, 8 sweaty dudes. It was really gnarly. It was the pits.
There you go.
The humidity is what does it, though. The humidity.
Oh yeah, and in Queensland you can get a heap of that.
And we see it again. A lot of counter stuff at the front.
Well, it seems to be better movement by TEMWA in this particular game, better than the second game anyway.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those matches where you can actually be sore from matches like this, even though short in duration. You can be sore from these ones, and you can be a 60-minute, straight sort of traditional match because the movements are just so hard and dynamic.
Right.
And you see it there with stuff Jack's doing.
a slice on that one.
That's a great drop shot. So it's taken him until 10-2 to get a little bit of confidence by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Better late than never. Good shot.
Very authoritative winner.
Oh,
Play.
played it.
Great play. And the game there.
Can't fault the
Teamwork.
effort
Yeah, exactly.
in these conditions.
Well, let's see what can happen in this, the fourth game of TEMWA Chileshe up against Jack Condor. TEMWA has a PSA ranking. It's around about 337. And Jack doesn't have a ranking, but he's certainly been touted as a junior to look out for because his athleticism around the court and his determination is certainly testing other players at the moment.
It'll be interesting to see what kind of damage Jack can do now. Nothing to lose. He's pinched a game, so he's proved he can compete. Timwa's got the scoreboard pressure on his side.
I think playing last week and this week and every week is going to be so good for someone like Jack.
Yeah, definitely.
Playing against people like yourself and TEMWA. And how he has to train off the court as well. You should see a marked improvement in him.
I guess that's the good part about events. There's no really running away. If you sign up for the event, you have to play it. You know, you can't just run away from that match, whatever it is. So it's great for young guys like Jack who are really keen.
Yeah.
And then we see it. More of a flop than a dive, I'm going to say.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of delayed. John wishing for more for obvious reasons.
Okay.
I'm surprised. Sweat's actually almost gone now, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's
That quickly.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, and the other thing about these tournaments is that even if you lose tonight, you've still got 2 more games.
That is another good thing, especially playing lots of PSAs. It's knockout. Not a lot of people know that.
Yeah.
Or club players. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, there's
So
nothing else.
so it's good to kind of have these tournaments and see how well you can back up after that tough loss, especially when it's kind of your career and you're not used to doing that. Shot. So Jack got to be careful here. 4-2 now. Doesn't want to have TEMWA run away with it. Just as I say that.
Exactly. And don't forget, we will have matches from 3 p.m. New Zealand time through until around about 6 tomorrow. And also,
Oh,
I don't know what that was.
wow.
That was a hit and hope.
Absolute air swing there from TEMWA. I don't think he expected his back wall boast to go up.
Exactly. matches from 3 p.m. until around about 6 tomorrow and Sunday as well.
Jack bridging the gap ever so slightly.
Indeed.
4-5.
With a couple of amusing rallies. Interesting.
It's good entertainment, these two. Both
Oh, yeah.
both got good attitudes, you know, not taking it too seriously.
Exactly. Interesting that Tim, when he wants to get power, he doesn't have to take a big swing.
No,
On his forehand in
especially on that
particular.
forehand, yeah.
Yeah.
Great swing. Natural power. He's got a big frame. A lot of meat on the bones. Kind of built for, well, definitely not built for a squash player, but
Yeah.
he's built for, I would say, NFL
Yeah,
or something along those lines.
I won't call him a rugby hooker, but he's got this solidity there.
It's kind of like the number 8 build in rugby.
There could be.
Not a prop, but yeah, not a back at the same time. Somewhere in between.
We haven't quite found a position for him just yet.
Oh, Jack. He goes again. Oh. Brilliant facial there.
He's still got part of his face on the glass. Like we said, he's a pinball, bouncing off the walls. That time he didn't bounce.
Not really much bounce off the wall in that one. more of a stick.
Yeah.
Rearing to go again though, as you can see. And straight into the 10.
I think he's just a little bit tender. A bit tender on that one, I think.
Yeah, so Tim went back to the 3-point buffer. Will Jack have one last?
Always amusing to watch Jack Condor.
The effort level's just second to none. Oh, great counter. Great counter. One of those players that not necessarily super nice to watch, but you always want him to win.
Yeah, exactly. He really is the underdog. Gives it all, and that's what we like to see.
Nothing left on the court.
Well, I think half of his face was left on the court.
Well, definitely some skin.
Yeah. Power again on that
forehand, yeah. Just has a little tendency to go cross in that position. If he could just go a little bit straighter. Again, nice winning drop shot there from Jack.
Well, we hope that. Well, in fact, we know that Jack he'll come back tomorrow just as strong.
Yeah.
And he'll throw himself around the court. This is why he's so much fun to watch. And the thing is, he is a talent to the extent that he's going to annoy you.
Oh, great shot.
Yeah, well done. Nice shot.
Yeah.
He's going to annoy you if you're playing.
Definitely keeps coming.
It doesn't go away.
No, it doesn't go away. Oh, definitely not.
Only 17 years old, turns 18 later on this year. Plenty of time.
He's doing well to hang in. Again.
Nice.
Big rally this one.
Well, we hope you're enjoying this, and it's the final match, and as you can tell, it's getting close to the end of it, but it is entertaining, and we've been enjoying watching Jack play. You always watch him play. You always want to watch him.
Yeah.
Underdog.
I've seen him have some mammoth matches in my time being around him. Fellow unsquashable player, and Temwa just tinning it. A little bit of a sitter, but slightly off balance. And Jack claws one back. Temwa choosing. Watch that cross-court deck, ladies and gentlemen. Better get the serve on the sidewall. Temwa opting for short. Oh!
There you go. That was the shot, and entertaining.